This is what would terrify you about playing the Rangers.
It's the golden era of the Russian goalie.
There's no one better to talk about right now than Prince Igor Shesterkin.
Oh, what a save by Shesterkin!
He's well-conditioned. He's extremely flexible, extremely agile.
Sliding to his right, sprawled and made a terrific stop.
Gives the old windmill just for a little bit of show.
What a save here by Shesterkin.
Stopped by Shesterkin. That might be a season saver right there. How about that glove save? The fans are on their feet. A beauty. He kicked it out. He kicked it out.
What a glove save by Shesterkin.
At number 6, it is the Rangers goaltender Igor Shesterkin, who was 18th on the list a year ago, now inside the top 10 at number 6, and the highest-ranked goalie on our countdown. Did we get it right?
Yeah, we did get it right. And I just talked about Andrei Vasilevsky, and that's been like, since we've done this list, the only other goalie that's been in the top 10. Igor, he deserves it. He deserves every bit of this at 6. I think that when I'm measuring just greatness, especially in the top 10, all these guys, you could say that for them. But for the goaltending position, when your best players, when you need them the most, what do they do in those situations? Well, Igor is at his best in those biggest moments, I should say. And in the last 3 seasons, his numbers are unbelievable. Let's not forget what happened last year. He wasn't having a great regular season. Remember, right. Jonathan Quick came in, and it was the Quickie show for a while. And they kind of created some buzz on social media where, do you let Quickie run with this for a while? Around All-Star break, Shesterkin said, hey, let's take a little bit of time here, get back to the basics, and he was lights out from then on. And that's the one thing with this Rangers team. If I was to nitpick their roster, they're not the most lock-it-down defensive team. But you have Igor Shesterkin, so it's almost like you don't absolutely have to be that. But in playoff time, this guy gives you a chance to win every single night.
You mentioned kind of the struggles. I remember back to the Stadium Series last year at MetLife, that game against the Islanders, kind of the turning point.
Yeah.
Didn't play great in the first 2 periods of that game, but hung with it. They got the win, and then in his final 22 starts of the year, 16-5-1 with a .930 save percentage, 4 shutouts. He had 4 shutouts all last year. All 4 came in those 22 starts. So it's almost like when the moment got bigger, he got better.
Yeah, maybe he needs that too, right? Like he's taken them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals here, right? He haven't gotten over the hump yet to go to the Stanley Cup Finals, and that's something that he certainly wants to do. This team wants to do, but with these numbers that he has, I'd like to see him get a little bit more help. I'd like to see a little bit more predictable shots going towards this guy. Does it need to be for him to save it? No, his numbers show that, but maybe if this team just kind of dialed it back a little bit and played better defense, they can get over that hump to the Stanley Cup Finals. But he's been worth every bit of his contract up to this point, and that's the big question: is what does that next contract look like?
Right. That's what I'm going to ask you about. Eligible now for the contract extension. Goalie market right now, maybe new goalies trying to set that new bar. Where do you think he comes in when all is said and done? Will he be the highest paid goaltender in the National Hockey League?
I think he'll be the highest paid goaltender. But I don't think, and I don't know what reports are accurate, I don't think he should be the highest paid New York Ranger player.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, yes, the goalie market, Igor is the chalk. That's where the league is at right now, in my opinion. There's certainly other goaltenders that are in that mix. Andrei Vasilevsky, you give me a Game 7. I don't know who I'm picking. I might actually lean towards a Vasi. But Igor has done enough now to get that payday. But I'd like to see some money left on the table so this team can get over that hump.
All right, build around him. Igor Shesterkin, the highest-ranked goaltender in our top 50, checking in this year at number 6.